Hi, this is the luscious Dave Caldwell. Nobody else on the planet loves himself quite like me. But however, we are now bringing in the real estate mogul of Santa Clarita, the wonderful, the awesome Mike Bjorkman.
So welcome, Mike.
Well, hi guys. That was weird.
That was kind of weird.
How on earth did you do that?
I felt like an out-of-body experience there for just a second. That was kind of awkward.
It's not good until you crack.
Especially because when you started talking about, real estate mogul, my mind went to
Tammy Edwards.
Tammy Edwards.
Of course. Who else would you think of? Not the Trumpster, me. I'm turning into Frank Ferry all of a sudden.
I think you're moving into the Frank Ferry world right now.
Tammy Edwards.
Poor Frank. So before we get started today, folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it is the Mike Bjorkman show. We're just here.
September is National Disaster Preparedness Month. Okay. Now, all this wonderful stuff we've been talking about, we've said nothing about our poor friends in Colorado. Now, in Hurricane Katrina, there was about 1,200 people that died. And today in Colorado, there's still 1,000 people unaccounted for. So we have Katrina levels. And you know me, I'm always involved with helping others. And there's two things I wanted to bring up. Number one, you can go to the Red Cross website and learn about the notifications that you get on your text messages. They will notify you when they need money for a certain disaster, like this one. And like I got a text yesterday, it says, we need help. And just reply yes to donate $10, or you can go to the website, obviously, and donate more. Wonderful. If you don't want to do that, there's a website set up. It's called helpcoloradonow.org. That's helpcoloradonow.org to help those poor people out there. If you watch the video, the footage, it's devastating. Right. And I don't think it's getting as much media attention as possible, or nothing like Katrina, and they're having major issues up there. Right. So, my prayers go out to all those people, and if anybody out there can help, we'd really appreciate it, because this is National Disaster Preparedness Month, and I wonder how many people are really prepared. And I think next week we're going to talk about that in detail and how to prepare yourself, because we are in Earthquakeville.
Right.
Okay, now you can take over. I'm sorry.
Well, no, but I'm glad you brought that up, Mike, and we talked about it on our last show.
Cigarette. Keep going.
Yeah. We talked about that on our last show, because I'm from Colorado. I lived there, went to Colorado State, lived in Boulder, and that's where most of the damage started. But it's through Lyons and through the Big Thompson Canyon, which is the road leading up to Estes Park. I'm so familiar with that entire area, and for this to happen, I mean, it really strikes home with me, and I'm really glad that you brought that up. I'm really glad you brought that up, because obviously that's going to be the next step. Mm-hmm. And cleaning up and repairing lives and helping those who lost lives, that's going to be the next step, and we need to step up again, as we always do as Americans.
Hopefully they find these 1,000 people, and these 1,000 people probably don't have a home anymore. So they're going to need some help. So the more we can help, the better.
There's some beautiful
homes. As we sleep in our nice warm beds
and
with our families and children, they have nothing to eat. Their stuff's destroyed. Everything's gone.
There's like I said, there's some beautiful homes and cabins and such right next to these rivers as they're flowing through in the canyons. That it's a spectacular place to be able to vacation, spend some time and get away, do some fishing, just get away and be part of what Colorado has to offer. Clearly, all of those places are gone, and they're just washed away.
Correct.
And it's a very difficult thing to go through, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Let's talk about the thing and I want you to talk about this, if you can, because this was obviously your idea, but you taught me something this morning that I did not know, and I think this is a really big point to be made.
Well, Mike and I were discussing all the new construction here in Santa Clarita Valley, and we have quite a bit. We've got Villa Metro going in off Soledad Canyon. We've got tons of building up there in West Creek, and so we were discussing it a little bit, and you had some questions for Mike. And
well, I mean, my thing was is that I've bought 2 homes here in Santa Clarita in my 23 years that I've lived here in Santa Clarita. Both times it was brand new homes. Mm-hmm. And I never went through a real estate agent to do that. It never even crossed my mind to have an agent come in and help me with the purchase of those homes. And yet when I mentioned that today, and you're with the topic that you wanted to talk about today, you both said, no, absolutely. There are so many things that a real estate agent can do for you to help you get some things in that are part of the new construction of the home that you have no idea about.
Right. Oftentimes I encourage people to buy new construction. We always do. There's plenty of benefits, and I think we're going to go over those in a second. But one of the benefits of having an agent with you, not one, but there's several. Number one, we have relationships with these people, and we kind of get the inside line on when the good lots are going to be available, or if one falls out of escrow that's a good one, they'll call us and let us know. Because we tell them, look, we have a client for this, we have a client for this. And we visit them frequently, and we know what's going on over there. So after that relationship's built with the new home track salespeople, now we have the insight on everything. They also tell us when certain upgrades are available that aren't, sometimes if they have a slow week, they'll say, hey, now we'll give you $10,000 towards upgrades. So $10,000 could sod your back lawn and put a sprinkler system in. And oftentimes that's why people don't buy new construction, because they don't have the extra money to fix them up. So we can negotiate upgrades. The new home sales person might say, the home is $500,000. And we'll say, fine, we'll give you the $500,000, but we want 3% in closing costs. So the buyer can use all that money in their pocket to upgrade the home, put what they want into it. Or again, the better lots, we know exactly how to negotiate. Hey, if this lot falls out, we want to be first on the contingency list. Lots of things like that. Even more important, every buyer should have representation. So when we go there, like I personally will walk through the home when they do their walkthrough, and I'll help with those stickers and put things that the builders need to fix, and look for uneven things, just different stuff. Recommend another home inspector, because most buyers will buy a home based on what the builder is passing on, not knowing there's a lot of other alternatives. And we're a good sounding board. Hey, da 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 da. And then the next question is, well, does your commission affect our price? And it doesn't. The builders have a pool ready for that, and they expect that, and that's part of their sales expenses. So not only can we help a buyer get a much better deal, much more upgrades, closing costs, but we're there the whole way.
Right.
At no cost to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think
No cost to them.
see, that's the thing that I did not know, and boy, that's great information to be able to have. I mean, that would have helped in so many ways in the purchase of those two homes that I had.
A lot of times the new home salespeople will also, maybe leave out some stuff about Mello-Roos or homeowners associations, when they're going to be completed, how much they're going to be. There's a lot of unknowns when you buy new construction because the neighborhood's still new. So we need to dive deep into that and get the exact answers, have them put certain things in writing, so if they don't perform, we have recourse. So it's definitely beneficial to have us around.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the benefits of buying new construction.
Perfect.
Okay? Stay with us. We'll be right back.